Welcome, this is Carrie Shell from On Point Quilter. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to start with a single block and build a custom set layout around that block. On the home screen of your project, select Design a Block from Scratch. Select a new block pieced Easy Draw block, and in the Precision toolbar, change the block width to 14 and the height to 12. To snap every inch, set the snaps horizontal at 14 and 12. And snapping options should just be snap to grid. With the line tool, draw vertical lines at 2 and 12 inches, and then draw horizontal lines at 2 and 10 inches. For each of the outside rectangles, draw diagonal lines that essentially will be 2-inch either cheater corners or folded corners. For the center rectangle, draw vertical lines at 4 and at 10 inches. And to create a 6-inch square, draw horizontal lines at 3 and 9 inches. Select the Color tab and color the block. I chose a color palette from the last Stash collection, and it was called Proud to be an American by Timeless Treasure. So I thought it was a good one for the 4th of July weekend. Select Add to Project Sketchbook. Select a new block, create Serendipity, and select Merge Block. On the left, select the block that you just drew, and on the right, select the default variable star block. Select Add to Sketchbook and close. View the project sketchbook, and on the Blocks tab, select the block that was just merged and select Edit. Select the Color tab and color the center of the block, and Add to Project Sketchbook. Select the Quilt work table and select a new quilt, and in the ribbon toolbar, scroll to the end and select Custom Set. Select the Design tab, and under Set Block, drag the merged recolored block on the quilt. Select it with the Adjust tool. Under the Quilt Grid Setup, you want to make sure that all three are turned on. Since the block size is 14 by 12, the common denominator is 2. So under the Grid Snap Increments, make sure that you have that set at 2. Now we're going to add some blocks around this. Select Set Block and select the default variable star block and drag it on the quilt. Now I would like this to be a little bit larger, so with the Adjust tool I'm going to select it, and because I have Snap Block Size to Grid turned on, when I drag it, it is going to snap to the nearest size that meets that Grid Snap increment. So let's set this block at 8 by 8 and move it to the upper left corner. Select the merged block and position it to line up so the points of the star points actually match. Select the variable point star and select Copy Paste and position on the left side of the quilt. Continue to do additional pastes and now position on the right side of the merged block. Once you have a layout you like, now you can resize the center to match the layout. Use the tape measure to measure both horizontally and vertically. Notice that for this layout it will be 30 by 20. Select the Layout tab, and you want to make sure that Maintain the Existing Block Sizes is turned on. Change the width to 30 and the height to 20. Select the Design tab, and now our quilt is resized, but we need to fill in some of the spaces. Under Set Block, select the 3 dots and select Add Plain Block. Drag that on the quilt and select it with the Adjust tool. Drag to position it in the first space And to resize, I can drag the nodes on the top and on the bottom. Notice that as I drag the nodes, it's going to round to the nearest 2 inches. So the size is going to be 8 by 4. Anytime you resize a block, you also need to reposition. I will move it slightly away and then just release and let it snap back into the correct spot. Then copy paste, move to the right, and do another paste, and let's move it to the top and drag the edge to resize. Drag the block slightly away and let it snap back into position. Copy paste and place on the bottom. Now I thought, what if we replaced those blocks with some stripes? So let's go back to the block work table and select a new block pieced Easy Draw. I don't actually need to know my ending size. I can just change the block width and height to 6 by 6. I'm going to set the snaps at 4 by 4 with the snaps just at snap to grid. Select the grid tool and change the number of columns to 4 and rows to 1. Drag a grid from the upper left corner to the lower right corner. Select the Color tab and color this, and add to Project Sketchbook. Select Draw, and with the Pick tool, delete the lines at 1.5 and 4.5. Go to Color, and color this, and add to Project Sketchbook. Select the Quilt work table, and select Set Block. Select the block with 4 stripes, and click on the spacer blocks on the left and right. With Rotate, click on the right block 2 times, and then with Set Block, select the one with 2 rails and click on the top and the bottom, and rotate the top one 3 times and the bottom one 1 time. Select Fabric Tools and recolor the corner blocks. Select the Border tab, and let's make the first border a 1-inch long horizontal. Select Add, and under the ribbon toolbar, switch to Spaced Squares. Change the size to 6 inches and scroll down and change the number of blocks in border, 3 horizontal and 2 vertical. The spaced square border type gives us square blocks with spacers to fill the remaining space of each border. Select the Design tab, and under Block Tools, Set Block, select the Friendship Star block, and with the Controller Command key, select one of the corner blocks and one of the squares in the border. Then select the Border tab and add, change to a 3-inch long horizontal. Select the Design tab and recolor the added blocks and borders. Select Hide Show Quilt Patch Lines and add to Project Sketchbook. I also thought about taking the plaid that's in the collection and doing a swap color for a different look, and select Add to Sketchbook for that as well. As we celebrate the 4th of July this weekend, I hope you enjoy creating this Stars and Stripes quilt. Happy designing!